Hello everybody, I'm Tyler with the Let's Talk About Prepping YouTube channel, and today I'm talking to people who are just getting started with emergency preparedness. Maybe you stumbled on this channel on YouTube, or maybe a friend sent you this video because you've been talking about emergency preparedness. But, however we've met, I'm glad that we have, and I want to share some simple ways that you can get started preparing for a variety of emergencies today. Emergency preparedness can be a little overwhelming when you get started, but it doesn't have to be. There are some very simple ways that you can break down how you can be prepared for various emergencies that you could encounter in the future, whether those are natural disasters, civil unrest, or simply the uncertainty of the future. One of the reasons that emergency preparedness can be overwhelming is because it can seem expensive, but it definitely doesn't have to be. In fact, emergency preparedness can be a lifestyle which ends up making your lifestyle simpler, cheaper, and more rewarding. In this video, I'm going to share with you some very low-cost ways to start preparing yourself for a variety of emergencies from scratch. Now, our focus today is just preparing ourselves to be self-sufficient in a variety of scenarios, usually involving being stuck or staying in our house for a few days. To this end, we're going to focus on food storage and water storage or preparation, and a variety of other things that will be important to sustain our own well-being if we're not able to get outside help or supplies. For this, I'm going to take $20 to Walmart and see what I can get to help sustain myself in a variety of emergency situations. So today, our goal is to stretch our $20 as far as possible to get some supplies to be self-sufficient for a few days in a variety of emergency situations. We could talk about doomsday scenarios and wilderness bushcraft skills, and sometimes we do on this channel, but today, we're looking at some things that we can do to prepare for some of the most common emergency situations and how people, even on a low-income budget, can prepare for those situations. Alright, so that trip cost me $19.45, including sales tax. And that means that I could have switched one of those salts out for a seasoned salt or something else to add a little bit of flavor to my rice meals. Now, I want to point out that this is just your starting nest egg for your emergency preparedness. This is by no means meant to be everything that you should need to survive emergencies, but what it does is it gives you the comfort of knowing that you can be self-sufficient in the areas of food, lighting, water, and water production in an emergency situation of various forms. Some of the things that we want to consider and that we might already have, so I didn't include them today, would be the ability to boil water and cook food, so metal pots and a stand to hold them over our sterno heaters with, and the ability to provide water for ourselves, whether that means a catchment system or knowing where some good sources of water will be in various emergency situations. Some other things that we need to consider is the ability to provide warmth for ourselves and retain it if the central power grid goes down and our home heating relies on that. That might mean some improvised wood heat methods, and definitely plenty of blankets and warm clothes if you don't already have them. Some other things we want to consider is home security. You want to have the lumber or various other supplies to be able to board up your home's windows and doors in case of natural disasters or civil unrest. That way you can feel secure inside your home and know that you have the things that you need to get by for a while without relying on anybody else. This is the basis of emergency preparedness, not crazy conspiracy theories or doomsday ideas. Simply the ability to provide for yourself in a variety of situations that we know occur every once in a while. Hopefully, these were some helpful ideas to get you started in your emergency preparedness journey. These aren't just concepts. This is something that you should make a list out of and go do today. If you can't get $20 together to go and spend on these kinds of things, you probably qualify for some kind of assistance from your local government or churches, and that's definitely something that you should take advantage of, because this is for your subsistence and survival. Do what it takes to get yourself prepared to be self-sufficient throughout your life, whether that means storing emergency supplies or, more importantly, gaining the skills that you'll need in a variety of situations, whether those relate to self-sustenance, bushcraft skills, or a variety of job skills that will suit you, whether the world continues on like we expect it to, or whether it changes dramatically into a dangerous situation like global warming or some kind of civil unrest or international war, or for a technological future in which robots have replaced most of our jobs and we need to have new skills in order to remain relevant. No matter what the future holds, we want to be prepared for it, and that is the basis of good emergency preparedness. I hope that this was a helpful look at where you can start with your emergency preparedness journey, and I hope that you'll follow some of the links that I provide in the description below to join the prepping community on YouTube, which is a great and useful resource to help you on this journey. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned with Let's Talk About Prepping for future videos. Stay safe out there, everyone.